Naku, lakad mo tatang.
The Enchantress for Se, and Chuan again is on that tiny. So the Enchantress, if it does...
Gentlemen, I do believe it's just an issue with the lines to the server, but hold that thought, because we might have a first blood coming out early on, as Crush is in a lot of trouble right now, getting crushed up and does get taken down. Avatar mode.
Point in Stormhammer, 2 points at Great Cleave, knowing that he can clear out the Eidolons and keep the wave shoved out up against the Enigma. This is a very free Sven. Like, I don't expect any major threats.
Able to get away, just barely having the mana. In fact, he might even find a courier snipe, and in the meantime, down a bot lane, CZY gonna drop now. This aggression really paying off as now... Stolen, lift up, say, oh, speaking of the lag, it's back as well. Thanks for the pause, guys. Say's gonna go down.
Time still being chased down, Say, and Avatar mode still in the area. Exorcism is popped. They want to make the jump. Blink reveal for the Mercury. On to Avatar mode, they got the kill.
Thank you, John.
Hello, Mike.
Lag is fixed somehow. Thank you for that, Jonathan. Say gonna go for a run now as Crush is gonna chase him down, and with the Spirit Siphons going and the Stormhammer to land, eventually the Ench is of course gonna drop as Say just cannot survive the onslaught. Good news is around. Enryu, he's still sticking around for a black hole attempt, and now the smoke, it's gonna break immediately, but they don't go in. They see the Rubik. They'll go for an avalanche toss out, and they actually found CZY. A nice start as they can go right DP, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna amount to much yet as Mercury, he does get caught on the backside with the Spirit Vessel out and the control. He's been locked down for quite a while as now Chuan is gonna make the jump in onto the Dragon Knight, but he's still fine. Mercury's still trying to run, but now Enryu not playing around, but he's given the black hole away. They'll find Mercury, but they've got to be very careful here, Neon. They'll chase for the Lion. They'll find another Mercury. Oh, he blinks right in. Yeah. Maybe they find the Enigma. There's one at least, unknown. He can take that Enryu, and he does. Crush, a nice silence, but Fortune Soul has the BKB available, so he'll go for a run and just TP right out of it. No messing around. He's just out. Out with these orbs from the puck. Roshan's still relatively healthy here at Summit. They're going to run out of God Strength. Unknown, he can't force the fight any longer. Still on the backside, no. Fortune Soul! He gets caught underneath line for the team. In fact, oh, he does not get out of this. Lift him up, take him down. If he's going to break your smoke, you are taking him with you. Say, he's going to buy a bit of time here, gets enchanted up. Eventually, he's just going to die. You know, Summit are in the lead, though. I was going to say it's not a good gank, but now they rotate over. In fact, Avatar mode. He does get the silence off in time. Avalanche is there. They'll take down Trezan, but Mercury, he jumps in the Dragon Tail, and Enryu is already going to die on the Enigma. In fact, now the lift out. CZY is going to hold Avatar. Hasn't really shown any issues stealing Black Hole. And, well, John, if they do make it to the triangle, they're fighting under the vision of the Die around this cliff. It's pretty rough here for Neon. Say's going to show up, but that's not the target they want. Instead, Enryu in the backside has already gone for the black hole out. Where's the still CZY? Can't get it yet as Mercury in trouble. Is going to try to run. It does get taken down. A nice start. Enryu is going to have his Lincolns broken, and now the black hole. It's taken again. CZY going to be very patient, but does get it. As Unknown's on an ultra kill looking for a rampage. They can't hand it over, but they won't mind. They just want the win. GG's been called. Neon.
Jeez, what?
I mean, look, it was a good start, John, but they fell apart in the mid-game, and it only took one team fight for Summit to get it together. They got the Roshan, they took over this game. Instead, they'll hold the high ground. This is a great position for Summit. All they've really got to do is be very patient. Avatar, he's going to run right into them. Can they get the stun off? Well, they definitely should be able to. No problems here. There's Neon. I mean, last game around, they got first blood on Avatar mode, and this Summit, as they've got another, Avalanche is out, but it will not matter. And even then, John, they haven't got all the bounties. They lost.
Dragon Tail down the line once you have Breed Fire. Fortune Soul, it's not going to be able to see us. The wheels are spinning, Mike, but they're spinning pretty hard now.
Oh, I don't want to hear any excuses from you, Jonathan. I don't want to hear it. Mid lane, Mercury getting low. Why not? A Dragon Coil just locks them down and stuns them for 4 seconds. Why the hell not? Chuan, toss back onto Enryu. Trezam, he's going to be in a spot of bottle, but he's fine. Instead, mid lane is where all the action happens as Avatar mode is able to secure a kill on.
They've got the opportunity to get a nice push. There is Fortified to defend from Neon. They could try to play, but
Crush gonna land on the Grimstroke. Split Earth is there as well. The Inkswell, it won't land, and will eventually say he's just gonna drop. Nothing he can do about it. He will at least soulbind before he goes down, but that's not really going to set up anything. Last game around, they missed their spike and still won, John. This time around, they've hit their spike, and they're going to move right in. Though Say, he does get a soulbind and double silence out in time, and Enryu, he's got the ulti popped. It's going to be a fair bit of damage going into the way of the Leshrac. His ears dropping and does go down. Now they can go for more. Neon, they'll find another, but here comes the cavalry. Chuan in a bit of trouble, but a nice stream coil. Going to hold down the CK. Have they gone too far? His summit. It does seem like they have it. Unknown. He's going to keep trying to fight an armlet toggling the best he can, but he can't. Oh, Enryu, don't run up that way. They saw the Grimstroke. Say's already in trouble. Still, they're going to go in with the double siphons and X's and pop, but now the Golem is going to be there. Still, they'll go for the fight. It's a lot of damage for Neon. They've got one down already. As Mercury might just follow, and does. Die to the neutrals, but now Fortune in big trouble. Getting taken down by Unknown. Can they find a bit more at least? They'll get...
now DK again is going for the halberd.
Coil.
Nothing queued up. Oh.
They've got the Leshrac, but the Golem is going to be dropped. It lands on 2, though. Mercury's still in huge trouble. Avatar mode's really setting up this game quite nicely for Neon. As Unknown does show up, forcing the BKB up from Enryu, but that's about all he's going to get out of this. Pit, there's no vision from Neon. They have no idea it's happening.
Where are they going?
They're walking onto the other side of the map here, John.
What?
They just had no clue. Chuan, he's going to jump in, but there's no toss target. Disruption up onto the CK. They might find the Warlock at the least, and they will. In fact, they even found the Aegis on the Leshrac. It's a decent start for Neon, but they'll lose Chuan immediately as now Enryu pops his BKB out with the Soulbind. They should have a good team fight to go. Fortune Soul, he'll take down the Leshrac a second time as they've got the Dragon Knight. They'll take another. It's only Unknown left. He's going to try and man up here, but he is completely surrounded and eventually should just drop here to Neon. So it's going to be a full team.
Still Summit going for a smoke play here. See if it amounts to much.
Here we go. Neon, this could be another great team fight for them. Chuan, he's in again. He breaks the smoke out, and the Dream Coil gonna land right onto Mercury and the Warlock. They just need to make the jump in. Split Earth is there. Nice rift down to the low ground. Enryu, he's still very tanky with the BKB. He should be okay, but he's running a little bit low on mana now as Fortune Soul. He does get Mercury down. Trezam, he will be the second to drop as they are still trying to chase down this DP. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Crush is trying to take down this Bloodseeker, but Fortune Soul, he's just fine as Avatar mode's cleaning up. He found CZY. Now Unknown's a sitting duck. He gets trapped up, tossed back into Fortune Soul, who's still man fighting, though he does die in the Bloodseeker. But Crush, he's been left alone here on the Dragon Knight, and eventually they'll have their way with him. There's no way out, surely. He's still trying with the fireball damage, but he's actually quite tanky. Chuan? No, he's not going to go down. They've got... This team fight's going to matter though, John. Avatar, already breaking his smoke, does jump in. Very aggressive jump in, and here comes Chuan now onto the ST, and they've already got him. That's CZY gone. Onto Unknown, he's already popped his BKB trying to fight, but they've lost the Leshrac now. Oh, they've got the Dragon Knight trapped up. Golem's going to do nothing. Meanwhile, Unknown's chasing Chuan. I mean, look, I'll be frank, John, if you're going to coordinate like this, you may as well call it. It's just a mess. And Neon's got this game in the bag at this rate.
Yeah, they've got EXO running. They've got high ground, no buyback. Call? I don't understand. These are some wild games. Game 1, Neon called up a bit early. They had buybacks for the defense. You know, maybe they were like, all right, range core. You don't really care too much about rage in this game. Batrider can kind of deal with that, so you always have last to go through. PB would be nice. Morphling's a pretty good answer to that as well. Especially once the Scotty's up, you can just kite around the Life Sealer. That does give a couple of caveats. You are picked.
Unknown, very, very low in HP, though. Has to be very cautious on the Morphling, but just going to kind of force himself to Strength Morph, and Trezam does actually have a salve available, and top lane is where the first blood actually ends up occurring. Crush able to secure first blood on top lane. Say's trying to sneak up from the fog. He has Cookie, but he won't land it. Crush was ready. In fact, turns around now with the Celestial Hammer, but they have the Scatter Blast. Crush, what are you doing? He's gonna run just in the nick of time. He'll survive on 30 HP. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they do find the DK. Oh, he was
here for Neon's and Summit, though, not feeling too dissuaded. Mercury having the travels up along with the Windlace can run people down.
Oh, this is a great pickup. This is a great pickup for Summit. Enryu getting caught, being a little bit too greedy, is going to get punished immediately, and Unknown, he'll be the one to take...
Early spike, although...
Chuan, he'll get hit with the Starbreaker. He actually makes it to the high ground with the Inkswell. It's going to have enough damage along with the Remnant out from Trezam, so he'll take the kill. Meanwhile, down at bottom lane, Fortune Soul will go for a bit of a run. The Mercury will go for a bit of a chase. Flame Break is actually going to connect so he can land the lasso, but the Cookie actually ends up landing somehow. It's just not going to matter. Fortune Soul goes down anyway. Try and move in. Stun is out. They've caught the Dawnbreaker. In the mid lane, Crush does get stunned up a second time, but now the lasso's out onto the DP as Crush somehow still alive. The kisses came too late, but what a great curse. Trezam is going to drop, but they got Enryu anyway. As Crush, he does eventually fall on the Dawnbreaker. The Strength Morph comes out in time, and Unknown just walks out.
Really well timed from Unknown, a bit on the edge. Does manage to waste a lot of spells there.
Solar Guardian is going to fight through the curse. It will not hold them back. They'll get Enryu down. The tier 1 mid tower to stand as Mercury still doesn't actually have the lasso, but can just chase them down with the BKB, as now they just really run them down. Chuan's gone. Say, probably not going to make it out either, as Unknown will pick up another kill on the Morphling. They're right.
It's going to be interesting to see the BKB on BKB. It feels like you have more
Chuan,
gears, although.
nice setup. He's got the Bat Rider there. They just need to follow up on this, and Avatar Mode's going to move right in with the stun out. That's going to be Mercury gone already. Crush, he's going to keep trying to keep the fight going, but needs the BKB TP out of there, and will try to do so. Meanwhile, Enryu, he ends up losing his life to Unknown. The Morphling just hitting a little bit too hard now. It's a Solar Guardian. Gonna fly right back through onto Trezam. Meanwhile, the Lifestealer, Fortune, he's been in trouble. Say, he also gets caught out. They are just getting demolished here in the mid lane as Neon. And the fight just drags out way too long. Crush, he'll have the hammer. He'll throw it out and get another kill. Avatar Mode still trying to run. Meanwhile, towards the north, they found Chuan. And Avatar, he's not out of the woods yet either, John. CZY is going to find him here on the Lion. And Unknown, he's going to have his way with it. That's a full team wipe now for Summit. If they get this kill, that is. Don't want to call it too fast. In fact, never mind. Avatar Mode, he'll get one kill. How much can he get done here?
He knows this is happening. Need to find a way to stop this, but Unknown's damage is there with the Scott.
Well, he has another chance. He'll go on to Say, pops his BKB early on, but he's got the Snapfire down, that the buybacks will be there. Crush, he will TP up for a reset, but keep in mind, he's got the Solar Guardian, so he can come right back in, and will do so. Onto CZY is now Mercury is going to move in with the lasso. Finger committed. They really want the Dragon Knight and now the Soulbind. It's going to hold two of them down as Crush, he's got a double. In they move though with the Exorcism up. They're going to try and force the fight, but Unknown, he's happy to just man up with the Eye of Skadi up now, chasing down Enryu. He wants the DP first, and he might just have him as CZY. A great stun committed. Fortune Soul now the last target they can ask for, and they'll just surround him. Fortune Soul knows he has no way out of that. And this is that point.
Yep, they've got all the tools they could possibly ask for the high ground push. And Neon need a good curse.
Well, there's the curse you asked for, John. Right onto the Bat Rider. That'll be one down. Mercury, no chance of surviving that. Henry, or rather, help. They've got to get through this first life of Unknown, but they're going to go into the backside and try to set up on the supports instead. Silence is there onto the Morphling, but that's going to wear off eventually as Crush does come in. Chuan is being targeted and does go down. Into more they go, Neon. They're going to try for the line, and they do find CZY, but can they deal with the Morphling now? Just look at the damage. Avatar's already gone. Unknown's literally taken no damage himself as they go after Enryu now with the crits flying out. This Morphling is a real darn problem as Enryu. He's going to be cookied away, but Unknown's still going for a bit of a chase. They find Say on the Snapfire instead, and Fortune Soul, can he get himself out? It looks like the answer might just be yes. As he does armor toggle at the exact right time.
It's a good angle. Could buy them some time.
And there's your curse, but a quick Ghost Scepter out. Oh, Trezam, that's fast. Yeah, he's still going to drop, but Chuan's going to pay his respects over. That was a very quick reaction from Trezam with the Ghost Scepter. There's Crush. He's in again. Fortune Soul, he's going to save with the Infest, trying to protect Say, but look at the damage. Unknown's destroying him. Fortune Soul finally ends up getting crushed, but it's going to cost his own life, surely. Unless the Dragon Tail, it does buy a bit of time for him to get back towards the fountain, and now Avatar Mode. He can try to turn his way back into this fight. Is Avatar trying to back off, but now Unknown, with the Arctic Burn, with the bonus range, is really going to start hurting them. Still, they'll go again. X is out, Finger out, they've got Avatar now. Fortune Soul's gonna keep trying. Try and man fight this Morphling. Ive Skadi is available at least, so Unknown is taking some form of damage, but Enryu's gone. They call it. Tuan has seen enough. And sadly for Neon, John, while they do win one single game, they will not be able to pull off a series victory here in Division 2 of the SCA DPC. And
Right.